Yes, well, you can do both. You can tell people things that are in books, and that will kindle their interest, maybe. I started reading simply because I was having my sister. I couldn't read before I started the school, but I was interested in things that were in books. I could look at the pictures, but the pictures didn't tell the whole story. So I had my sister read to me the text in the books. And then I was thinking of how convenient it would be if I could read myself. So I took an interest in reading. So first of all, you have to get people to take an interest in reading, because sooner or later, the black people who can't read are going to have to learn how to read. Some black people wait until they're locked up, because that's the only time they have had time to even think. And they're in what the textbook calls greater confinement, meaning prison or jail, and they have a long sentence. And what I recommended is that what those persons should do, if they have a lot of time on their hands, is get the biggest dictionary of the English language that they can possibly find, or they have access to, and just start with the first word in that dictionary, and just go through the whole dictionary. Say if he's got to do 20 years without parole, I've given this illustration, then just go through the whole dictionary, page by page.
Like Red did in, what is it, Malcolm X?
In the movie Malcolm
Yes.
X, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like Malcolm X did.
Yes, like Malcolm X did, yes.
And also, like Red did in Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay.
What did Andrew
Red.
Dufresne do?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Dufresne said, I got all this time, so I'm going to start a project. Now, what project is that going to be? It's going to be a library. See what I mean? It always comes down to being able to open up your mind to what goes on in other places. I mean, books can transfer you to other places and other situations and whatnot, where you can learn about things before you ever lay eyes on the thing that you're learning about. I mean, you can learn about other places and other situations and whatnot. So when you get there, nothing is strange to you.
Yes.
You get off a train in some place that's supposed to be strange, but you say, oh, I know where I am, and I know what's here. Why? Because I saw it in a book. I read it in a book. And the people here, they do this, they do that. If I want to know how the people make their money, I mean, I read about it 10 years ago. The people make their money by farming here. This is a farm place. They don't have any factories here. See, so you already know that when you get off the train. And so this is information. And information can be transferred from one person to another, but it helps a lot if you learn how to read, because sooner or later you're going to have to do that anyway. I mean, like I said just a moment ago, sometimes people don't get a chance. People who can't read and can't write, that's how they got in trouble out here in the world. I mean, they were stealing and robbing and whatnot because they couldn't get a job, because they couldn't read and write. So they wind up locked up. So now, for the first time, they get a chance to maybe do a little bit of reading. If there's not too much noise, that's another thing. The white supremacists set up everything where you don't have what you call, in many places, a study environment. You just learn more of what you already know, and that is gangbanging or something. But if you're in a place where you can have some quiet, use that quiet time, not to be bored, but to read.